Hey guys, welcome back to RC Customs. Today we're doing brakes on the Ranger. We're going to be upgrading with the PowerStop kit. This truck actually needed brakes for the longest of times, and then we're going to rotate the tire, and we're actually going to put the center caps back on, and I'm going to explain how that whole situation happened with the hub spacer and everything. But as of right now, we're just going to start taking the wheels off this thing and go for the PowerStop. So we're going to start with the fronts and then move our way to the rears. So we're going to be upgrading the Ranger with these slotted and drilled rotors. Even though it is not a performance car, I do plan on lowering it eventually and maybe taking it to some events. And look how thick these bad boys are. That's crazy. Anyway, this should help with some cooling for brake cooling, but the pads and rotors on this thing are freaking gone. So we're going to be tearing into it. Yes, honey. Yeah, so me, being the clown I am, I was gonna do one at a time, but then I remembered, oh, I have to rotate the tires, and I can't just have one tire up with, if I wanna rotate front to back. So yeah, I got the Quickjacks out. Silly me, tricks are for kids. So usually when I do brakes, I just do I'll just bang out the fronts together. But because I'm rotating the tires, I figured I'd just bang out one side at a time. So I'll do the driver's side first, and then the passenger side, just so the tires go on the right way. And if you look at these have a ton of wheel weights in them. Yeah, that's because these tires are one size too big. Because again, I thought the leveling kit would look cool, but I actually hate it. And we're probably gonna do the Beltec lowering kit at some point on this thing. What do you think, honey? How you think it'll look cool when it's lowered? She said no. So, as you can see, these rotors are absolutely glazed to a mirror finish. You don't want that. And then as you can see too, there is absolutely, you probably can't see that. I'll show you when I take them out. There's absolutely no pad left on these things. Same with the front, just absolutely glazed. I'm running my finger across it and it's like a mirror surface, and the pad is pretty much gone.
Hey honey.
Yeah?
What kind of sockets are you using?
I'm using so on these it's a 15 millimeter on the caliper for the top and bolt, top and bottom, and then in here for the actual caliper bracket, it's an 18 mil. So I always like to use a ratchet to break them loose. And then I'll always break the actual caliper itself loose first, and then I'll go to the actual bracket. Reason is, that's just because what I always done. Ugh. So these bolts always have a fuck ton of Loctite on them from the factory. So if you're first time changing brakes, they're usually tight as hell, as you can see. Never take one of the caliper bracket bolts out without loosening up the other one, because that's how you get smacked in the mouth with a caliper bracket. Ask me how I know that.
How do you know that?
Because it did it to me. If you're doing brakes, always have one of these hooks. Yep, because you don't want this to be hanging, put a ton of stress on your brake lines. You want it hooked up somewhere, just like that, where the brake line doesn't have a lot of stress on it. Older cars, you'll rip your brake line right off. Ask me how I know that, because I've done it before as well. I've probably made every mistake you can make doing brakes.
That's why you're here to teach them what not to do.
I'm gonna try, you know? I'll probably still fuck shit up 100%, but... Okay. Yeah, look how gone that is. There's absolutely like nothing there. These are original to the car, and the car is 63,000 miles. So, brakes are super simple, guys. I mean, a lot of people make it seem a lot harder than it is. You can do brakes yourself. You don't need to go pay a shop to do them. They're super simple to do them yourself. You don't need to go to a shop and pay $500 to do rotors and pads. And you don't even need these Quickjacks. You could just need a small jack. You can just do it one tire at a time. The only reason I'm doing it this way is because I'm rotating the tires. Like I said, they get really rusted on there. You can see the hub is absolutely rusted away. So what I like to do if I struggle to get it off, grab a little wire brush. You don't even need like a gun like this. You could just do it with a hand brush. You want to clean enough where it's, yeah, it just not look like a jerk's involved, you know?
Would you say a clown?
I would say definitely if I would have put new rotors on that rusted ass shit, I would have been a clown. Okay, another thing that I learned is you put the rotor on, you don't need to put anti-seize on them. You really don't need to, but always put a lug nut on. Even if there's no tire on, put a lug nut on. It'll help hold this in place so it doesn't fall off and smash and break into a billion little pieces. So my camera woman is going to her chiropractor appointment, but I can still show you. I always remove the old noise clips, and right in there, I'll take that wire brush. I'll wire the shit out of that. Clean that up. A lot of times if your brakes are squeaking, it's because this isn't cleaned up or greased up. Another thing, the slides. Take your slides, grease them up. If you ever had a sealed slide, you know that sucks balls. Now, if you want to, you can use Loctite again. I don't. Normally I don't. And the reason why is because sometimes I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to take it apart again. Also, I messed up. I did not put the retaining clips on. It's okay. Now, PowerStops are great. I love them. They're a really good brand. But sometimes they come a little jerked off from the factory where you have to trim the nubs a little bit. Hopefully that's not the case this time. I think it is the case this time. There we go. Sometimes just a little persuasion with the hammer. The hammer I'm doing. That one fell right in. Okay, caliper compression time. So, let's say you don't have a caliper compression tool. What are you to do? Get a recaliper, put your old brake pad in, this is the old one, in there. A big old C-clamp on that boy. Crank it down. You don't need a caliper compression tool. They're useful. I like using them a lot, but they're not 100% needed. Front brakes complete. And like I said, the PowerStops, they're here and there in quality. Braking quality, phenomenal. I have no complaints about PowerStops brake-wise or anything. I forgot one step too. You can wipe down the caliper with some brake clean and a rag. I wasn't gonna, that's the wrong way to do it. But you should do that. Do as I say, not as I do. So now your rear brakes are a little bit of a different story. I actually have the e-brake pulled on this right now because I was doing it one at a time. But I don't believe you should have to disconnect the e-brake to remove the caliper. I'm gonna see if I can get away with it without having to remove it, but you shouldn't have to. You could just probably just slide it a little out of the way. This cable has a little play in it. I'm gonna actually unpull the e-brake right now. Yeah, see how much slack that gave us now. It gave us a lot of slack actually. Yeah, so we definitely shouldn't have to. But yeah, same thing. 15 up here, 18, 15 up here, 18 here. Bing, bang, boom, all of it's out. I lied to you. The top for the actual caliper itself is a 13. Ford's favorite number. That is unlucky. So you guys might have just saw me using the vice grip. I was using the vice grip to grab these. These can sometimes be just spinning and they don't grab. So I just use a vice grip. I don't like crunch down on it. I literally close the vice grip where it's fatter over it, and then tighten the vice grip down so it's just like a nice fit. You can use whatever you want, really. These ones were gone. I am very bad at maintenance. Look at that. Nice and shiny compared to what was just in there. All right, so we're gonna clean this up. I'm gonna put this back together. So I'm running out of space on my memory card here, but so basically you wanna crank, I'll go over how to do that, but I'm gonna clean this up. Same procedure as the front. You wanna grease the pins, put new noise clips in. Keep an eye on the way they're facing, like with those being the tops and those being the bottoms. That's always a good rule of thumb. And then wire wheel them up. And then grease them. Okay, so remember when I said you don't need specialty tools? You do. The rear calipers are a spin-in type caliper. So you're going to need one of these caliper tools. So basically, you just set it up like this, you slide this on through that way. You're gonna wanna get a wrench this size and the right size pins there. And you're gonna wanna crank it in. And if you're watching, you're seeing the caliper compress the entire time while it's pushing. So yeah, I'm gonna crank that in, and I'll see you guys right after I'm done with it. Last final thing, the rear pads are totally in. Last final thing though, when you do spin that in, you wanna make sure you're aiming the right way. Because these have a little nub on them. And you want that nub to perfectly be in the middle of that pad. It's a little hard to line up and it's a little tricky, but once you get it, you know you're good. You'll feel it when you're moving the caliper around. But yeah, you definitely want that nub to be in the middle of that because you can destroy the caliper piston very aggressively if you do that. But yeah, I'm gonna bang out the other side right now, and that's pretty much it for the video because it's just the same thing on the other side. And I don't think you guys wanna watch that. Thanks for watching, stay tuned. I'm actually leaving, I'll go on the ship again soon, so I will be editing some videos that I have on the back burner. I don't even know why I'm talking about this like it's currently. But anyway, thanks for watching. Check out the affiliate links down below. I have some really cool stuff planned for what's coming up on the channel and some current builds I have and everything. This was just a little maintenance bullshit item I had to do. If you guys want, I'll put the link down, in the description for the piston compressor tool. I'll put the link in for the PowerStop brakes, and also, if you guys don't mind, check out the affiliate links down below. If you want some CV Fab stuff, my code is 5% off. It is RC5, I think. I don't know. All the affiliate links will be down below. Check them out. They're awesome. I want to thank all of them, Burger Motorsports, CB Fab, W Energy, for helping support the channel. Any purchase you make through them helps support the channel, helps support the builds going forward, and we got some pretty cool shit coming out. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.